Hello and welcome to mycadsite.com, and in this video tutorial I'm just going to quickly show you how to create a brand new material that you can apply to objects and then use as a rendering. So a material is something like this wood finish that I have on this wedge, and the one we're going to use is just a rusty metal example. So let's get started. So first thing you want to do is make sure you have your material browser open. Just type in RMAT or MAT and that will work. And we're going to go right down to the bottom here and go to New Generic Material. So I'm going to click that and it opens up a new window for me, and I'm just going to go in and call this, oops, I'm going to spell it properly here and capitalize it, rusty metal, old metal, and you can get as detailed as you want. Remember, the more information you give to people when they're working on your drawing, the easier it'll be for everyone. So now that I've got that in, and you see the names up here now, it doesn't really say to do it, but you just click in this square here to find a texture, and this is the one I'm going to use right here. And you'll see there's some other options here for you. You can fade, you can make it transparent, but we're just going to go straight into it now. So I'm going to close that, and you'll see that now I've got my rusty metal material in my list here. So all I need to do now is just drag it and put it onto my block, and you'll see that now the block, instead of being wood, now has my rusty metal finish on it. So I can map this if I want. I'm just going to go to my box options, select this, and we can scale it down this way. And you can see how it gets a little smaller. All depends a lot on the size of your image you're working with. Another thing I can do is if I go into my materials. So with the material browser, the other thing I can do now is go in here and edit it. And if I click on this picture, what you'll see is I get another option here. So I can adjust the brightness, I can make it a little darker. And another thing I'll do is scale it down. Instead of being at 12, I'm just going to make it half the size. And since this link is checked, as soon as I enter one, it changes to the other. So I'm just going to close this again. Everything gets saved automatically. Just going to close this and close that one. And now it's looking better because I've scaled it down. And the scale is really going to be determined by the size of your object. Obviously, if I'm doing a little 3-4 inch block, just a few centimeters across, or if I'm doing a high-rise tower, things are going to be different scales, and that's something to keep in mind. As a rule, I always try and get the largest image file I can so that I don't have this scale it up very much. So that's a quick way of getting a image file into a material, and from there you can just go into let's just say let's create a stone, and so here's our new one, here's our image, and polished. I can make it glossy and the tint. So once again, it's just really easy. I can just change this to new stone. Oops. And I'll close this down, Now if I go back into my material browser, I've got my new stone, and away I go. So creating new and custom materials is really easy, really quick. The interface gets a little easier with every version or two of AutoCAD. So just keep checking my CAD site for any updates, and this is covered in tutorial 314. So thanks for watching. Check out my CAD site for a completely free AutoCAD course. We'll see you later.